Good evening, everyone. And we were talking about ammunition. Yeah, the excited Bill Miller down there, or otherwise known as Comic Mac Morgan today. Almost like Matt Morgan is joining us. And we are going to be doing the penultimate Western, at least the last in the, it's not even a triptych anymore, of the lexicon of the Eastwood Western. So we're going to be going Unforgiven tonight. I'm joined, as always, by my fellow broadcasters, and stellar broadcasters they are, Jay, Bill, and Mr. Jackson himself. So what's going on, gentlemen? How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. Can't wait for this movie. This is probably one of the better, one of my favorite Clint Eastwood films. So yeah, I can't wait. So
yeah, very excited. Very excited to be watching with friends and to be watching the movie, as Dave is known by family and friends, The Unforgiven.
And the unrepentant and the unemployed sometimes. Lots of uns in there.
Well, hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Oh my gosh,
Glad
it's
to be
Elvis,
here.
back from the dead.
This is our last Clint Eastwood Western. I figure after this, they're just going to put me out to pasture. So, it's what more fitting than Mr. Ed?
I see glue in your future.
Yeah. You must have really, or your owners must not have liked it. They should have put you at the stud first. So we'll let some people trickle
been there,
in.
done that.
Spreading the seed all over the range, huh? So we're gonna let some people drift in. The link to the movie is in the chat. It's over on Discord. Well, I thought I put it in there. Let me post it again for some reason.
Have you been drinking already?
Yeah, I know the Dr. Pepper's getting to me here. It's been hectic as heck. I guess I didn't type in. But anyway, there is a link to the Discord channel if you want to watch along with us. Yep. Or at the timestamp, we'll say hit play. You hit play with us, and you can just have us going in the background while you're watching at your leisure on whatever device you were watching on. And you get the benefit of our witty repartee.
Yep.
So,
what's up, Matt?
And Cody's in the
Reviews. How are you?
Yep, Matt and Cody both here. You'll know you like this, Cody. My ghost peppers have started to rise. They have roached the soil, and they are now photosynthesizing their little hearts out. So,
is that a euphemism?
No, it's actually a scientism. Believe it or not, we'll start talking about dichotomous keys and stuff, and it's going to be on like a high school biology class up in here. Forget Clint Eastwood. We're talking physics here, but.
Changing his channel name to Farmer Genome.
You should have seen some of my old plots, man. I had a 100 corn plants one year I did, and then pumpkin patch I tried, and I had all kinds of stuff in my old place. Here, not so much. But this is an all-time classic movie. You don't have to be a fan of Westerns to even like this movie because it's just that good on its own. And very, very excited to be doing this one.
Packed full of great actors in there.
You
got Morgan Freeman in there. You got Gene Hackman. You got Richard Harris. Yeah.
Like a who's who, man.
I'm in Discord, and I see we got the movie ready to go, Jay.
It's ready to go. I just got to hit play.
No, that's fine. I don't see anyone else in there. Matt, you gonna watch it? Cody?
Give me 1 second. I'm going to adjust this other light, and then we will get started.
Are you watching it on your own, Dave? Jackson's in there, I see.
Yeah, he usually watches on his own.
I'm there just basically to sync it up, and then I'll drop out and watch it on the DVD. I just do it to try and sync it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because I never had a problem. What was the one we used before this?
We used D-Live.
Yeah, D-Live. I didn't have a problem at all with D-Live. I could have StreamYard, D-Live, YouTube. I can have all that open.
Yeah, D-Live was great.
Yeah,
as soon as Discord gets running,
F it up for everybody.
No, I think it was Honey Boo Boo or whatever.
Yeah,
he didn't give her the loving, man. It was over then. She turned on him. Hell hath no fury, like a woman ignored. Looks like Matt's grabbing his DVD, so I'll give you a moment to find your DVD there, Matt. So
okay.
We can be completely synchronized. We'll synchronize our watches, Emma Peel style here. So
now, is that a euphemism?
Yeah, from last night's discussion, we got into the old babes of TV, and it all went downhill from there.
Quit grabbing your DVD, Matt. All right, you'll go blind after a while.
That's the euphemism. Yeah, that's right. They're washing the dishes, right? So
we won't ask what the hole in the center is for.
Oh, Mr. Head is feeling his oats tonight. I tell you.
Yeah.
Hello, Wilbur. Yes.
Hey, Alex is in the house. What's up, Alex Big Blue?
Coming in hot from Kentucky. What's going on, my nearby
What's up,
neighbor?
Alex?
He's been doing lots of videos lately, top tens and things like that. So I don't get to catch them all, but I've seen a couple of them. Always good to do. He's doing Matt, you should probably do these too. He's doing the grab bags you can get at Aldi's, or not Aldi's, Ollie's, that are like full of like Marvel and DC. And I think he's doing like a series like, is this pack going to be better for DC or Marvel? So it was kind of a cool little thing he was doing.
Yeah.
Hurry up,
I
Matt.
vote religiously on those.
Yeah, so who won the contest this morning? Wasn't there a show that had to be done this morning?
Oh yeah, cover show. Oh, nice.
Yep, you were looking at the new multiple champion of cover slingers all week long. It's becoming old hat. I've won it so often.
Yeah.
What was the subject today?
Flame covers.
Flame
that's
cover.
easy.
And I brought the heat, I can assure you.
There's a lot of fire.
Man, you brought the heat. Oh, we're full of bad puns here on Gino's channel. All right, so it looks like Matt says he's set. I'm going to fix my headphone here, and then we will go ahead and push play.
All right.
So prepare your timestamp, everybody.
Do you have
wanna
your
hit
microphone on,
Who's,
Jay?
Yeah.
who's
Do you not
5
hear me,
seconds
or-
behind us?
Or do you not hear me, or no? I didn't press play yet. So, but all right. So I'm gonna hit play and 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Okay.
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Fade to screen. All right. Hello, Warner Brothers. Please don't mind me. I'm going to be doing a little bit of eating here.
No,
I didn't have a chance to eat today.
That is fine. We've got
Harken back to the old school far away shots here.
but a lot more passive music selection than normal for an Eastwood film.
I believe, didn't Clint actually compose this little
He
ditty?
did, or the main theme.
She was a comely young woman and not without prospects. That's the way I like him. Therefore, it was heartbreaking to her mother that she would enter into marriage with William Money, a known thief and murderer, a man of notoriously vicious and intemperate disposition. Man, that's going to be on my tombstone. When she died, it was not at his hands, as her mother might have expected, but of smallpox. That was 1878. And at this point, the Great West is shrinking, folks. And all those cowboy days that people watch movies for are fast ending.
Yep.
It's interesting you did the voiceover, because that's one of the things that Clint changed, was that they were going to have a voiceover, and he then said no, put it on the screen.
He's like, no, because Morgan Freeman's going to be in the movie. I can't have him do the voiceover.
Yeah, exactly.
It was 1895.
And he might have mixed it up with the penguins and everything else. So.
Was it hot? Yeah, it was pretty hot here. I mean, not Florida hot, but pretty hot. And yes, John Beatty was busy. He's actually making some money over at a Comic-Con. I forget which one he's at, but he was flying up there yesterday. I caught him at the airport when I was asking if he's going to join us. Oh, dear. This is a PG show after this.
Matt said he's seen this particular part like 7 or 8 times.
It wore out the VHS tape. That guy's been in a ton of stuff. I always remember him from Naked Gun. He was one of the bad guys in part 2, I think it was. I don't know who he is. I love the one-armed guy in this movie. He's so good. you notice how when he walked in, he checked both of his corners there? He looked down the hall and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's expecting an ambush still.
Matt, are you on? I think you need to mute on Discord.
On Discord. Let's see.
Yeah.
Old skinny. You know, what's funny is around this time, Gene Hackman was still mostly known as like a comedic actor, right?
Mhm.
The casting was always kind of, people were a little set off or put off about it, you know? They didn't realize how much range he had.
Yeah, he did amazing in this role, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's done
Skills
serious roles before in the
Oh,
French
yeah.
Connection and that kind of stuff. Like me.
They were used to his like Lex Luthor and all that, but then I think he did Bat 21 around this time too, which is another more serious one. But
Yeah.
A lot of strong performances throughout this movie.
Yeah.
that's why I was telling Jay last night. I think Clint's either my third or fourth favorite actor in this movie, as far as performance in this film.
What's going on, Darren? How you doing, Werewolf?
This isn't the Brady Bunch.
He was
Nope.
actually
What's up, Darren?
Gene was actually considered for the role first. For
Who was?
Clint's part. Gene
Of-
Hackman was actually considered for Clint's part first.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wonder how that would have went.
And Clint was actually considered for the prostitute, right?
Yep, he was.
So he knew him so well. So.
He did a lot of research for the role, so
Who plays the kid? He did a good job too.
Schofield?
yeah, it was Wolver, something like that. His name was.
Yeah, I think he gets overshadowed, but he has a strong performance in this movie.
He
too.
does, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta look that up actually, but I think it's something Wolver.
James Jaimz. James. There's things that he does in this, not to give it away for anybody, but later on, there's things that he does. I'm like, oh yeah, I see what he's doing there. You know why he's acting the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Well,
it's
you
really
just gave it away, Jackson.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
it's like it's a very annoying and transparent character, but that's how he's supposed to be playing it, right? So
Right.
Yeah.
let's see. I just have realized Jackson is the best looking of you guys. That does tickle your withers, doesn't it?
Wow, thank you.
Here's another fella who's doesn't do a whole lot of forgiving.
Frank. Never let him loose in an Archie book. Let me tell you that.
Let's not rehash that. You almost
Grab my
got
ire.
strung up your damn self
I know.
by the chat.
We are at, let's see, Matt, we are at 8 minutes and 24 seconds.
Yeah.
Right now, Clint's about to slop the hogs.
Is that a euphemism or?
Well, he is alone out there. Bill's left nipple is a dangerous thing. Much more so than his superfluous third one. Still mad about
You should be angry about that, Matt. He's gotten off too easy thus far. It was F John Buscema this, F that. It was horrible.
I know, I swear so much usually.
Metarog's ears fell off.
I'm not going to say who it was, but I did bother somebody a couple shows ago when I was getting on how much I disliked the art on the Kirby art on the cover. There were some messages back and forth a little bit. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to draw up artificial drama or nothing, but it was like, I really wasn't trying to be personal. I just didn't like it.
F-bombs galore.
Well, and that's me. Like a sailor on shore leave. Had a prostitute on each arm. I already had a case of ED, and I was swearing it up.
Wow, Matt, you had pigs?
Very smart critters, right?
Mm.
Nothing, a little trichinosis will do you better.
They seem like a lot of work, pigs.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of work. And it seems like you got to be out there a ways, to be zoned, I would imagine, to have them.
Yeah.
They taste good. Yeah, you got that right. Make some bruschetta or something,
You ain't joking.
You had your
bacon, pork chops, ham. You got it there. And Dave, of course, likes his pig's feet.
Don't bother me none.
Yeah.
Snouts, ears, whatever. Throw them in the soup. Pickles pig feet, man. It's a little delicacy.
Oh, my goodness.
Down south.
Oh, yeah.
See, you Yankees wouldn't know about these things, but.
Damn, Yankee.
Damn, Yankees. Bunch of carpetbaggers up in here.
Well, that's Bub. Bub's one of those carpetbaggers.
I thought about inviting him along for the show tonight, but I'm so country we don't have zones.
He's busy because he couldn't make cover slingers.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Who would miss that?
That's what I'm saying. Good, Matt.
Zoning laws. Yeah, zoning laws they're not for libertarians, let me tell you that. Oh.
That's true.
Yeah.
It was like me the other night. Watch your cussing now.
Well, he probably heard you on the stream, Dave.
I can't fool those damn kids. Oh, look what you did now. You came in here with all that language, boy.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Can't really ever be cured of anything by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Separate those hogs from their heads and their knees and their...
It's time for that bruschetta.
Ugh.
That's not the place you want to go falling down, especially not face first.
I bet you hear that term once every 7 or 8 minutes in Sturgis.
Yeah, that's true. And New Orleans.
Yeah. I'm down here at Mardi Gras. Ooh.
I bet the locals hide like crazy on Mardi Gras time.
Yeah, what do you do during Mardi Gras? Did you ever go out and whoop it up, or do you just stay inside and hope the knuckleheads leave, Jackson?
When I was younger, I would go out to the parades a little bit. I never went into the quarter. I heard way too many stories, and I'm like, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Once I hit my 20s, I was like, okay, I've been there, done that. And
Right.
actually, one year I actually left. Went up to Tennessee with some friends.
Get away from that riffraff.
Not a bad idea, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been. I'd love. New Orleans is one of the places that I'd like to go, but never been.
We're all have to make a pilgrimage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've already got the posters up, though. I'm afraid you're not allowed in.
If you see this man, bar him entry to the city.
Exactly. And do not accept checks from this man either. Yeah.
Now, Skinny's ma and pa named him that at birth, and he found it his life's burden to live up to that name.
The lack of food, it just shows his dedication. I'm glad you're watching it with your son there, Matt. This is a all-time classic. Even if he's never heard of it
That's
before.
cool. Matt's going to be in New Orleans next month, or he might be.
Really?
Yeah, I guess if they decide to hold the trial.
Yeah, if the extradition packet comes through.
If they can successfully extradite him.
Mm-hmm. See, he thought it wasn't legal to take whiskey across state lines. He was watching Cannonball Run and all that. So,
we don't know what you do in Pennsylvania, mister, but we don't like hog wrestling down here in Nolan.
I guess just change terms of my bail. At least you got bail. Just had to.
7 years in Jackson's basement.
That's how I make my money.
Having grading comic books all day long.
Well, we know the judge for Matt didn't have bloodstains on his hands.
Oh, the woman. Yeah, that's a good one. I like the woman. But I wanted the pony.
Something similar happens to me at the zoo in front of the monkey cage. Just about every time.
The whole flinging of excrement thing, huh?
I got those posters there too, huh?
But I'm ready for them. I throw it right back at them.
Do not accept peanuts from this man, and then they try to move you on down the road.
You bring your own, or you just use theirs?
That's a trade secret, Jack.
Oh, these shows are fun.
They are.
That place is not very airtight, that's for sure. You think you put a little mud or something in between them cracks? Must get a little drafty come winter.
God, what is that, like 20 feet away? I mean, he's missing
That's
he
far
needs to
for a
move
pistol
closer,
shot.
right?
Yeah.
It's about as good as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
That's far for, a mere human, but, this is Clint. He's
true.
He's used to hitting bullseyes from like 100 feet away.
I know, with the pistol. When it's
My
your neighbor.
favorite thing is for you guys, he doesn't have a pot to piss in, but he's probably got all kinds of ammo in there.
Ammo.
Oh, yeah.
galore.
Priorities.
And it's spelt. He says it's spelt right too, with neighbor, right there with Kalor. Has been to New Orleans. I want to go too. It's a great first. It's the whole city built on pilings and the underwater city and many different.
Darren, you didn't spelt that right. You know you didn't. But yeah, I bet you and Dee would probably have a blast in New Orleans.
Yeah, I've never been myself.
So much history. I'd love to see some of the old plantations and
Crypts they have there, and
love to get the whole get taken by a palm reader. Don't care, just to do it. That'd be fun. Lots of fun stuff there.
I learned how to spell.
Claudia Feathers.
See Jackson's little voodoo dolls he's made of me.
Mm-hmm. Well, what we got to do before we get down there, if you're going to be meeting up with Jackson, make sure you drill a hole through a dime and tie a string around it and wear it around your ankle. Keep the gree away that he's going to throw on you. This is how we were parented back in the 80s, by the way.
I know, right?
Boy, he's a little man, isn't he?
I know.
He's in charge of the house.
He's all of 8 years old or something.
Yeah, that is wild.
And don't swear while I'm gone either.
Yeah. As soon as he leaves, well, damn it, Dad said I'm in charge.
I'm going to go shoot some of them hogs.
I run a tight ship, sister.
Now you like Guitar Slim and all those guys down there, Werewolf.
Yeah, a lot of
you can find that
down there.
Y'all can go up here, drive up daiquiri stands and do well.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be. Those are outlawed now. I don't know.
If and when we do go, it's certainly. I don't think it would be during Mardi Gras.
Oh gosh, no.
I want to experience the real flavor of
New Orleans.
Louisiana.
And plus, you got to wait in line for the prostitutes. It's just not good.
Dear departed mom, bless her soul.
Such a departure from it. He's talking a lot. He's already talked more than like all of these movies combined.
Yeah, the very first three of the Leone trilogy.
Yeah.
Are we gonna die now?
No doubt. That was like a Greg the Hammer Valentine armbar.
I know. He's going to tag in Brutus the Barber here in a second. It's going to be over then.
See, the award is $1,000. I mean, that's even that is like chump change compared to his other movies. He's getting like $200,000 for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and like.
True.
It's my favorite time to be in the French Quarter during the day. No crowds, I know, right? And the pickpockets haven't come up. Haven't woke up yet either. So I hate crowds, so I can't deal with those festivals and things. World II Museum in New Orleans is one of the best museums I've ever been to. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't been to a lot of his museums.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had one there.
What don't they have?
Mm-hmm.
It was originally called the D-Day Museum. It was completely devoted to D-Day. And after that kind of wore off, the new of that wore off, then they expanded it to be more.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
To encompass more of the war.
That's pretty cool.
You got the Battle of the Bulge Wing, and you got Rommel entering Africa over there on the other side.
God, look how straight those wood planks are.
I know.
You're telling me that they planed that by hand?
Yeah.
And they're not even. Yeah, they're not even treated. No twisted in there.
Gray Man usually pops in.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Where are you, Graham? Where are you?
I'd say he gave up, but he had success the last time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
They had only the one intact taken boots in the lobby.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine, man.
They'd find me cuddled in the corner, sucking my thumb and crying.
Yeah.
uncontrollably.
And I was in the Army. Like you had them packed in there so tight that basically they couldn't even fall down or hide. They just had to stand up straight. That's how they packed us in for the basic training when we got shipped off there. They just kept pushing us in, and then they had this gigantic piece of plywood that they had a couple of guys stand behind when they're closing the gate, and they pushed us forward and held us there. And then as soon as they opened the door, we all kind of fell backwards because we were just sitting there like this. You couldn't move. It's 2 trees. Trigger alert. He says the word engine in this. So if you're a sensitive person. Andy. Oh. I'll be watching Shawshank after this one, so.
I don't think Sally wants to see him.
Oh.
Probably not a good thing that he's there.
It's the only time that a woman's ever thought about it.
Since neither of you two have seen it, we ought to do Arlington Road at some point, since neither of you two said you've seen it.
Yep, I haven't seen it. The wallet isn't happy at all.
It was full of beans and gas.
I was full. Yeah, I've seen Blazing Saddles. Sally wasn't happy. Yeah, Sally wasn't happy. Well, I like Wallet too, They haven't got paid yet. So.
Well, their wallets aren't happy. That's why they're considering going in on this thing.
Exactly. They're all hurting. Being pig farmers not all it's cut out to be.
Yeah. You should know, Matt.
Especially when your hog's got the fever. Yeah, Matt knows. Oh, that's gold on the hoof. Are you crazy? Bacon. That holds its value even in a depression.
Gold on the hoof. We'll never starve with these babies.
I think I'd rather eat a pork chop than any other meat. Oh, I love
pork chop and
big greasy.
Ham, I don't like. Bacon is awesome. Love bacon.
Say goodbye to them teats. That's like the game Telephone. I think they were working that game into this movie.
Yeah.
Nice little turn right there. I like how he walked into the frame with a rifle behind him.
Yeah.
Little predestination there.
That's the Spencer rifle, is it?
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Shoot the eye out of a bird flying.
Oh, he smiles. That's about the only smile he does in this movie. Don't fall down in front of Sally. My goodness.
The rumor is Sally is such a professional. She only had to look at the script once. She had all her part down.
It still only took 3 days to shoot her scenes. Huh?
Yep.
Amazing.
Never flubbed their line once, huh?
Nope. What if she got her SAG card for this one?
As we walked in fields of gold.
Mm-hmm. Upon the fields of barley.
Eat your heart out, Sting.
Oh, Rayman's got a video.
Oh, is he okay?
Yeah, it's probably his reaction to watching our
Us.
live of the movie. British Headbanger's reaction to a couple of clowns watching Unforgiven.
Just sitting there holding his head, shaking it. Oh, no.
He's just mad they can't do riding like this around the countryside there. They got no vistas in England, for goodness sake. At least Darren and Dee, they can ride across the hard pan out there in Australia. They got scenery out there.
That's true.
Just like cleaning out your cookware with
dirt.
anaerobic soil, yeah, full of tetanus and everything else. It's a good way to clean your pans, but my goodness,
It works. You could actually clean it with sand. Just like rub it in there. It'll come right out.
Right.
if you notice, Clint doesn't look at a lot of people when he's talking in this movie. Most of it, so I think it's supposed to be a lot of it's for his own inner monologue at that point.
Yeah, it goes, and I think part of it's part of the character in that when he tells people how he is now, I think he's trying to convince himself more than he is them, right? Because he feels himself being pulled back into that.
Yeah.
And he's battling that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's also guilt-ridden. You could see that he's just like from whatever, killing a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Going back on his word on his wife and that kind of stuff. So yeah, he's working out a lot of stuff.
The man's got issues, and plus he still stinks like pig crap. So
That's true.
Plus he's old. He can't even shoot anymore. Well,
that's why he's got Ned now.
Well, he should have snuck up on that cannon. He would have got it.
I know. Remember the name Eagle Hendershot? It comes in handy later. The one I just mentioned.
And start naming all the people who don't like you. We're going to be here all week.
Yeah. Neither of them ain't got nothing on the Schofield kid.
Nope.
That guy's killed half of Wyoming.
Which
means
I
10
imagine
people.
with the population of Wyoming is probably not a whole lot,
Yeah,
but still.
I think the guy talking right now was in like Herman's Head or something. I always remember him from something, but he didn't have a mustache.
I remember that show vaguely.
Mm.
That was pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, it was like the whole id and
Yeah.
ego and all that
Yeah.
personified.
Is that English, Bob?
No, that's the Frenchman. Ghetto.
John Bull.
I've heard them all before. I've never heard of John Bull before this movie, but
Yeah.
Darren, is that a big thing you or a disparaging comment you level towards Englanders? Or is that nothing but North American parlance? Or parlance, if you prefer. Wish my name was Thirsty. That's a great nickname. There's Saul Rubinek. He's been in lots of very cool things. Very good at Star Trek episode, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
You lost me at very good.
Mhm.
No such thing. Now we're in fantasy land, I guess, Dave. All right, fair enough.
92. That probably would have been about the same time, same year. 92, 93.
Joe is in the chat. Good to see you. Long time no here. Of course, I've been putting out
What's up,
videos.
Joe?
That's probably good for the reason. Good to see you.
What's up, Joe?
Yeah, I know him from. He was Daphne's fiance in Frasier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a lawyer.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was in Star Trek also. I remember that.
yeah. You missed me with that one.
He played the collector.
I only watched good shows that he
We
was
just
in.
want to rub it in there.
He also was in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. He was in one of the very last skits.
I didn't see it, but they say you can see the wires on those pheasants. I didn't notice it. Oh, Train Station is the same one that was in Pale Rider. It was the only one they could find. It's in.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
What the heck is it?
Didn't they bust that one up? No, that was in. What's the one
That was High Plains Drifter. With
Yeah, High Plains.
Yeah, High Plains Drifter.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
They
is
ran
in,
the whole train.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Joe Kidd.
Yeah, it was Joe Kidd with.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
right.
was it?
That's right.
There's the one with Shirley MacLaine. That's when they destroyed the locomotive.
It's Joe Kidd,
No.
right?
It's before that, yeah. Yeah, but this is in Sonora, California. They were all over.
I thought they're in Wyoming. Get it straight, Jackson. You got me
Oh, no.
confused.
Hey, they're in Calgary later, so
Where the West was fought and won.
That's right. You can tell because they're actually drinking maple syrup instead of beer. At that point.
Yeah. And I think there's like a brief cameo from Mr. Miracle.
What's this a boot, hey? I love like the de-evolution of English Bob in this. Like he starts off like in 3/4 of what you see him in, he's like trying to put on this air. He's like this aristocratic kind of guy, and he's really just like this lowly Cockney guy. After he takes his licks. And you have to imagine probably a lot of the old gunfighters were the same way that we all like kind of revere today,
Sure.
Really know about. So same thing with like mafia guys and gangsters and all that. They highly romanticized in story and song.
Absolutely.
thanks to men like Beauchamp there.
Mr. Beauchamp. Forbearance of reptiles.
The four what?
4 bears. Oh no. Is that relative of Sally Two Trees? Yeah.
3 I can handle. You bring in a 4th bear, I'm over my head.
This scene's hilarious. You got 3 pistols and only 1 arm. I love that line. The guy's like obsessing. He's like, "Why are you unloading a gun I handed you?"
You're burying the lead. The lead is they've got ammunition for days there, Dave.
It's true. I mean, it's like those gumballs they always show you at the confectioner store. They're just full of bullets in all the houses there. They wake up and they gargle their mouth with it. Little gunpowder in the eggs. They're just splitting them open like eggs. This conversation is so entertaining. We're on mute, aren't we, Matt? We help fill the empty spaces. He worked them tough towns.
I got one betwixt here and here.
Take a shot of whiskey. That'll calm you down. Go. This is the old West, damn it.
That's right.
Oh, he's talking about the movie conversation. That's what he's talking about. He wasn't talking about our nonsense.
Yeah. That's hurtful, Matt.
I love how arrogant they show Mr. Beauchamp here. Like he just like hands the hat up there and he tosses the thing up there.
Yeah.
It's like a lamprey on a shark, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
When he said billiards, he should have, did a little air quotes.
I know. Pocket pool, perhaps?
Uh-oh.
I believe it's what they call up north an ambush, boys.
I think so.
Are those the proper flags they got floating around back there?
Nope.
Can anyone count the stars on them?
Good
They seem to have a few too many.
Yep. There's 50 of them.
How dare they?
Mm-hmm. I've
We
never
were
noticed
still
that
part
before.
of New Mexico territory at that point in time.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Ongoing joke.
mhm.
Letters and such. I think you would have cocked that before he actually stuck it up in the air.
Yeah, I
though.
know, right?
Hey, glad to hear it, man. She's fun. Well, I'll check yours out as soon as I can. Yeah, Deborah's a good sport.
Oh,
That went well. She's the one I interviewed about a year and a half ago. Glad you make it out, Brad.
Disturbed her so much. It's been about a year and a half before
She's now redoing interviews again.
oh, I hate guns.
Yeah, I know. I hate for anyone else to have guns.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like the government now.
That's exactly right.
Mhm. Uh-oh. The warfare started at Jay's
Oh,
place
God.
again. He's on the main streets of New York. I knew this was going to happen.
I don't remember that in this movie.
The duck.
The duck. Oh.
Now we know this is not historically accurate. There's never been an Englishman alive that's carried more than one pistol. Or got more than one gun in their home.
Careful, Bill. You just stepped in his.
As effluent.
That's why Gray Man's not tuning in. He
Mm.
doesn't want to see this violence against Englishers.
It goes against all the history he was taught in his schools, how the Redcoats actually won, and they just gave it up the country because it was not profitable. Victory for Cornwallis, he says. Yeah. And now we've established he's a complete sociopath. He seemed very normal up until this point, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And now the gray area really begins.
Yep.
No, but there is a legend of Curly's gold.
He thinks he's making an example of English Bob.
Well, he pretty much is making an example. Of
Yeah.
him.
Even went all Larry Storch on him, hit him with his hat.
He doesn't want any mercenaries coming into his town.
Keep the mercs out. It looks like a prosperous little burg, too. There's like 6 policemen. There's like 5 buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
A gold repository. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a man bleeding in the road. Move along.
That was enough to make Deadpool turn around and not even go into the town.
Now he's looking like almost like, what did I do? It's like he's at war with himself, you know?
Yeah. Like he knows he lost control.
Oh, yeah, these 2 guys. I forgot about them.
I mean, he made a point, but then it's like, yeah. And now he's like, what do these people think about me now?
Yeah.
Get yourself a woman, Clint. He's like, see that look he gave him is like, I need advice from you.
Yeah. Have you seen my other movies?
Yes. Watch happens when I walk into town. Yep. See why such a good basketball coach. Players were terrified to mess up. Yeah, I know. He beat the hell out of him right in the middle of the floor during the game. And there ain't no halftime show neither. You and your filthy whores.
It's like, Dad, this is JV basketball. Stop.
He's one of those. Yep. Clint hits the ground again. Fell on his butt and broke his nose. That's interesting.
And where's his cool clothes? Where's the cool duster or the poncho? Or
Yeah.
They couldn't give him anything like that. He'd be broken in this one, right?
Yeah.
My wife, bless her soul, made me give all that up.
She's been gone near 3 years, but I haven't replaced my wardrobe yet.
Well, once she burned it all, pigs ain't paying too much.
Don't stand up yet.
That's a Schofield kid, all right.
Yep.
Mhm.
This kid is
How comforting. Yeah, I know. Until you get within 50 yards when I can see you again. Portent of things to come? Who knows?
Dumbass.
I will be right back. The doorbell just rang. Let me get my pistol.
Nah. All right, now that we kicked Dave off the stream.
the party can begin.
Exactly.
Paid off ordering those pizzas and sending them to his house.
I know. Came COD too. It was awful.
That's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to
Pay
fly.
for it.
Did you guys ever do that? You might be too young, but I remember. I never did. I was at a friend's house though once, and I saw a COD package that
Really? No, we never
That's-
ordered anything like that.
so
Wow.
insane.
Oh my,
Cash
you
envelope. Who carries cash
roughing.
anymore?
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get another drink.
I'm not sure.
Delivery number 2.
Math could come in handy if you were an outlaw. Need to know what fractions are. No. Hey, let's see. I've killed 1/3 of them already, and I only got 5 bullets left. Do I have enough bullets? Oh, damn. I seen them. Nice, like, nonverbal communication there. They both look at each other as, like, they both know what's up, like, instantly.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for it too.
Mm-hmm. The whole audience was. Drop the F-bomb on us.
Oh, this is so good.
I know, like one of the best scenes, maybe the best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
When he does that character shift, when he goes like Duck Eye says, that's when like the whole audience starts to feel really uncomfortable. You wait and see if this guy's going to snap again and just fire on him in the cell.
All right, Matt, put that butter knife away. Get it away from your wrist. I'm back. It's going to be okay. I need good, positive thoughts from everyone on the panel and in the chat because the Suns are playing the Clippers in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals.
They can get Danny Manning out of retirement to come help him win.
Danny Manning. Well, there's a blast from the past. That's pretty good.
I got his rookie cards up there somewhere.
And he played for both.
Did he wind up playing for Phoenix?
Yeah. He did.
Phoenix had some interesting players back then. Richard Dumas and the other guy.
Dumas.
Most physical specimen in the
Maybe
league.
most
But
talented basketball player I've ever seen, but just couldn't shake the alcohol.
yep. He did some things I've never seen before. He was actually out playing Shaq one game when Shaq was on a rampage. And
He was amazing. But, yeah, substance abuse got him.
you're something right. I haven't watched basketball since like '94, so it's about the end of my knowledge on the sport. I like how they do the shot, like inside the cell, and then shooting out every now and then.
Gotta make sure that they keep Gene in the shot.
What teams do most West Virginians support? Does it depend on where you're at in the state, whether they support
It's
know,
college
DC
ball,
or-
college ball in Cincinnati teams.
Gotcha.
Like when
They have minor league teams that are big in certain areas?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to sports anymore, but they love college ball. They love West Virginia, WVU or Marshall. They love that stuff. So, but for pro sports, yeah, it's like Cincinnati teams. In Iowa, it's Chicago teams.
Okay.
So my family in Ohio loves the Bears and that stuff, and sometimes the Vikings.
Gotcha. The duck of death. I love that.
Clint took that name Corky from a cameraman that he knew.
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere. Immortalized forever. Is this before Life Goes On? Who have I been palling around with? Yeah.
Exactly. Thought he was an aristocratic gentleman.
Not a drunken killer.
You mean he's been lying to me?
Ooh, they're thinking English people never lie. You've heard the accents.
He used to say pip pip cheerio. Thought he was my friend.
Well, if the name Jackson's there, then it has to be true.
Mhm.
That's
your
where
horse
the BS
is.
starts and probably ends.
It's free fire zone in here. Sounds like our streams on Fridays.
I was just going to say, he wouldn't last like 5 seconds in our stream.
Great sagely words here.
Wait. Flat rattle.
A flat, rattle, and roll. And here it is. You see his mercurial nature here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Very unstable.
I'm munching on some mixed food, so Mrs. Musings went out with her gal pals and left me to my own devices for any type of food.
So earlier
Okay.
before the show, he was eating macaroni out of the pot, like I would love to be doing again. Left you to your own devices.
Mhm.
Tension. Yeah, you got that right. This whole scene is real tense, and it's even made more so by Bill smiling for most of it. You know,
Yeah.
switches back and forth. You never know what's going to be this
It's
guy,
true.
Yeah.
and then he
Just
gets
a
super
great
serious.
performance.
And this is the crux of the movie because,
Mhm.
like, you know, he basically says the more calm and collected guy is like better than the faster guy.
Yeah.
You just talked yourself into something there, boy. It
Yeah.
turns into human holster
Uppy
now.
ampy, big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, is your boy enjoying the movie? He better be, unless he's not American.
He probably ran off to go play video games.
Yeah.
That's what the kids do nowadays, I think.
Tell him he's grounded if he leaves. This is a Clint Eastwood movie, dadgummit.
Tell him you're going to get hogs again. He's going to have to slop them.
You're going to make him slop the hogs if you don't want to watch this movie.
Hey, those guys talk too much.
Yeah, exactly. I can't enjoy the movie.
On second thought.
Of course, if I was Bob, I wouldn't like those odds either.
Yeah.
I got the drop on you for one.
Yeah.
Trying to grab a gun out of somebody else's hand and shoot through bars? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Plus, he didn't know if it was loaded, which we find out right now. Wouldn't that be the ultimate setup?
Yeah.
So yep, there's bullets in it.
Mm-hmm. He's paying the goats away right now. You missed the best scene in the movie.
Yep.
Putting the goats away. So many euphemisms throughout this remake.
Come up with a new one every 5 minutes.
New name of the stream is Innuendo. Double entendre. Yep. Then he goes right to it. We could use some rain. It's like,
Yep.
And there.
another F-bomb. Clint Eastwood never loses his cool.
And the writer says, wait a minute, we're in the 90s now. Let's go ahead and we can do this now.
When he shows up for the horse, he says, show me the money. That's what he kept saying. Oh.
I hope you put the cork back on that bottle there.
Or water the whiskey, too.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's becoming grog, right?
Buddy, what?
Here you go.
That's the suicide pistol now.
Now his accent's a little different.
That's right. Now he's a chimney sweep.
Yeah. I said that was his idea. He asked Clint, and Clint said, go for it.
Hey, when Richard Harris gives you an idea, you probably want to listen, right?
Yep.
I mean, didn't he beat the heck out of, why can't I remember his name? Brando on the set when they did, what was it, Hornblower or whatever movie they did? The sailing epic.
Oh, Mutiny?
Was it Mute? I can't remember the name of it. But apparently Brando was up to his usual diva self, and I think he and Rich Harris actually got in like a fist fight, and I think Rich Harris like beat the heck out of the guy.
Wow. Who is that lead prostitute? She's been in a lot of stuff.
She's
too.
in a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know her name either.
Frances Fisher. That's who it is.
Mm.
Let's see.
No relation to Bobby.
No, her chess game is pretty weak. Got 147 credits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Masters of Sex TV series. Okay. Well, she was, I guess, practicing in this movie, right? All right.
Well, that's how she mastered it, I think. What you working here?
Yeah.
She's on The Shield, Grey's Anatomy, Gone in 60 Seconds. Striptease. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Oh, I see.
Like she's putting on the friggin' borax or whatever this
Yeah.
cowboy's doing,
Yeah.
The comet.
He might want to fix that roof instead of working on that deck.
I know. Priorities, my friend.
There's no carbon there.
Neither do I.
Oops.
Oops.
And now you know your mortality is near. Call him the duck. See what happens. You still filling up on almonds over there in your trail mix? My gosh.
Maybe I should send that pizza delivery over there.
I know. You accept it. COD or no. Telling Miss Bill everything that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, I bet she watches this replay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she'll get that bored.
All the players' wives do.
I don't know. She showed up on Cover Sling or something. Something got her.
True.
He was just talking about her too.
Her ears were burning.
Uh-huh.
He's got the fever.
Mm-hmm. He might have been up there with some of them sporting ladies earlier, so that causes the onset of the fever too.
Wow, Ned is such an enabler. Here, drink this. Drink
I know.
this.
Yeah, it's big time.
Want
Yeah.
to come up
Don't
before with
invite
me,
him to like
Sam?
an AA meeting or anything. I'm having cravings. Let me call my coach, Ned. Hold on. One second. Famous last words, I think.
You really want to drink, do you? We'll do it. Especially if it's raining.
Exactly. I'll be over in 5 minutes with a fresh bottle.
Keep the cork in it, boy. Yeah. Till I get there.
Ned, the paragon of virtue. Here, drink
No.
this while I go upstairs and
Exactly.
Go
Check
play
on the
billiards
sporting
now.
ladies.
Sporting ladies, and that. Who can say no?
Yeah.
well, that wife of his really got to him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you going to drink that, mister?
Mhm.
Bad editing there. He touched the glass with a bottle just a second ago. I just noticed
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got people who get paid to make sure continuity stays in there.
Mm.
Fire him, Clint. Fire him. Unless it was you, Clint, then ignore it.
Yeah. Whoops.
No man wearing a duster should look that scared. Except for Ned's rifle, which is sitting out in the rain right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's just coherent enough to lie right there. She's on her way home, Bill. Slightly annoyed, which means very annoyed, huh? Avoid the noid. Let's bring the 80s back.
Hey, if she's with annoyed, that means they got some Domino's pizza on the way.
Mm-hmm. 30 minutes or less. That was actually a Star Trek joke, too, by the way, Bill. You'll like that.
Oh, Star Trek's a joke. I agree
Mhm.
with you on that.
You're a droid and I'm annoyed. Poor Guinan, thinking she's funny. Legend had it is when Clint stood up here, all the guys pissed themselves. It wasn't him, like
Yeah,
Beauchamp.
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, pistol whipping was invented. This takes me back to high school. And the restraining order. Yeah.
I didn't know you worked at a cat house, sir.
The legend precedes me in Florida. That's how I live in West Virginia. I came up here to make my fortune in billiards, but it hasn't been as good.
No, that's right.
Billiards. Exactly. Air quotes billiards.
Yeah,
At this point, the movie is so good till class. Yeah.
yeah. The movie really
And
takes
now we
off
can see
at this point.
we get to see Will turn the corner
Yeah.
when he heals up a bit. You realize he's damned.
You know,
There's a lot of up angle shots on the cameras too, making everyone look bigger than life. I think it's
Well,
very
plus I
intentional.
think giving a little bit of perspective from Clint's.
Yeah.
Good point there.
Yeah.
Shades of Fistful here, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Seven Samurai. Or no, Yojimbo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I watched that again yesterday.
I ain't never seen that one.
Oh, we'll have to do another live watch party of that.
Oh yeah, I was watching these two guys one night, and man, they had so much trouble with that movie.
I don't know what that was all about. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Classic movie. I get paid for killing, and this town is full of people who deserve to die. Classic Yojimbo line.
Now the vigil begins.
Mm-hmm. Candlelight vigil starting.
His pistol must have jammed.
Mm-hmm. No, that was what you guys were doing.
Yeah, watch it
Boy,
with a
that would
candle,
hurt.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want some of that whiskey right about then.
You got that right. At least he's unconscious some way.
Jay,
Kind of
can you
abrupt edit
skip
there.
the cursor?
Can I what?
There you go. Thanks.
All right.
Ned's quick on the wit, isn't he?
Yeah, yes.
Strawberry Alice is a smart woman. Got her little shack out here in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Got that $1,000 all stored up between all 6, 7 of them.
Not to mention the whiskey and food they're going to get brought out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This goes on a couple days more, though. I think they might actually owe the ladies.
Yeah, really.
They'll be in the hole, so to speak.
Is that you, Sergio?
That's not so good.
Mm-mm. That's your fisherman's wife.
That's true.
Well, then we split it 2 ways now, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No honor amongst thieves.
Whole trigonometry thing we got going on again.
Yeah.
I guess I should
Again
post
with the
it.
math.
Again with the
math
math.
easier.
Here's the link to the Discord in case you need it for later on. Just like that. Why is he so good?
Kid, you're full of shit.
Mhm.
Boom.
It's
Snow
winter.
comes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
said it was
does.
That's what I was saying earlier, Matt. He does do a really good job. He's just overshadowed by these two legends.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's hard to play a jackass sometimes and make it believable. You know,
Yep.
this guy is so
Mhm.
full of it.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen him anything since that movie. So I don't even know like who this kid is. But, like,
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, I think his career stalled pretty bad for whatever reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, his last credit was in 2008.
Oh wow.
Apparently, he's had some problems with brain tumors and bone disease. So that probably doesn't help.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That's a shame. Well, Ned did a pretty damn good job.
Mm-hmm.
Barton would be impressed with that.
Mhm.
He sealed up nice.
Mm-hmm. What's that white powdery stuff on the ground? That's cool.
Mhm.
He had
It's
some
supposed to
other
be-
things on his mind, I think.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be Wyoming or something like that? Is that
Yeah.
okay? Does Wyoming look like this?
Some parts of it down. You know,
I
about
know
Yellowstone, it does.
cold.
We were there a couple years ago. 2 years ago? Come October. Advances. Clint is so dense here.
Free.
What is this code they're speaking in? What's
Yeah, I
going
know.
on? What have they been getting?
Yeah, what do those girls do for a living?
Mhm. They're all seamstresses, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. They were saying sowing oats. Yeah, yeah.
So that's good.
Oh God, no.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm surprised she looks that good. No, I mean, I would have expected more scars, more.
Hideous scarring,
Much-
yeah.
yeah,
Infections and all that good stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, she's not that bad.
Okay, put Jay down for a free one, would you?
He's like, "Okay, a couple more months, I'd even pay. You know? It makes you feel better. Now she's the blue bonnet girl. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Everything's better. with Liam on and
That's
on.
right. Yep.
I don't think it works that way, Matt.
And soon after
You can't trade free ones like that.
True. I said soon after the dog cone style went out with the ladies. So wouldn't that like limit your like peripheral vision and everything? It's
Yeah,
like,
it does. Yeah.
Absolutely it would. But I mean, what are they doing? It's not like they're training hawks or anything, right? I don't know that they need to constantly see around them. So
Gauntlet.
No animals were harmed in the filming of this motion picture.
yeah, exactly.
The horse says, I want to get up.
Please. He didn't have the sight up. What's he doing? How you can get your azimuth any other way? Yeah. I find it hard to believe.
I know, right?
I've seen your other movies. He could use a derringer to get a guy 100 yards.
No doubt.
One more shot.
You guys can return fire, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. But they must be concealed pretty well.
I know. Is this the one roving gang of outlaws that didn't have lots of ammunition on them? Well,
Yeah,
not
we got-
technically outlaws, but
Yeah.
and now we have a western where the guy didn't instantly die when he got shot.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely a more what you would imagine is a more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This whole movie
Portrayal
went
or
for
something
more
like that.
realism over
That's what they-
over fantasy. Yeah.
Until the very last scene, really.
Yeah.
You really felt the need for that, huh, kid? You never give water to a guy with a gut wound, for goodness sake.
True.
Peritonitis, here I come. These guys obviously never went to military. They did an episode about that one time in MASH. Because
That's right. The English.
The English
tea.
were drinking tea.
If it were anything but tea.
Yep.
Now that was a good show. You can talk MASH if you want.
It had its moments.
That
So I
Star
can,
Black that makes me dry heave every time I hear it.
I can name just about every episode of MASH. I've seen them all multiple times.
A
I
lot,
didn't like the first couple
of
seasons.
great guest stars who were very early in their careers.
Patrick
guesting.
Swayze, for
Oh, yeah.
instance. Yeah.
Yes, Patrick Swayze, Lawrence Fishburne,
Yep.
George Wendt.
Yeah,
list goes
he
on
had
and on.
pool balls
Kelly
in his
Long.
mouth. Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Andrew Dice Clay was in MASH too.
Yep.
Okay, get some glasses.
I know.
God.
Hey, he can hit something at 50 yards. Don't you worry, none.
Yep, it's over for you now, Will. If you were redeemed, it's gone now.
Yeah, that's true.
That has actually a tie-in later on too, toward the last scene, with the realization of his impending damnation. Oh, you had peritonitis once? What, you take a gut shot too? Worst pain I ever felt.
Wow.
I wouldn't want it.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I don't think
This
anyone
wouldn't
would
feel
want it.
great, right? I guess, but yeah, imagine it feels like your guts are on fire, man.
Ugh.
Internal infections.
Yeah, if they're still alive.
Yeah, they haven't eaten each
I know,
other.
right?
I didn't kill the pigs, Paul, but I had to eat my sister.
Yeah, exactly. I told you to kill a couple of chickens.
Chickens.
Oh.
Yeah, chickens. Chickens.
But I like the chickens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But
I
chickens
don't
lay
my
eggs.
sister.
I'm thinking of our future, Paul. You never leave a horse like that.
Mm-mm.
He steps in that reins, he gets scared, and they bolt. You didn't see him on that roof?
I know, right? Peripheral vision is like
I know.
nothing in this.
Too much hat. Look, he's even putting up fascia, man. He's all about the finish work. He has to worry about the actual
He's
utilitarian.
finally got that writer of letters and such earning his keep and doing some work, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Beauchamp, the greatest carpenter rat in the history of westerns.
Well, we're glad you pulled through, Matt. I imagine that was painful, and you're all better now, hopefully.
Probably eat one of these ghost peppers I'm growing this year. That'll do it too.
Can you see them? Or is it like the Emperor's New Clothes, these ghost peppers?
Like this stuff. Yeah, that's true. Well, I throw a sheet over them if I want to eat them. But
God, that one looks like 12 years old. Right?
I know.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's a smart woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to
Not a
call it
lot of
all-night
gumption
glacier.
in those rioters, was there?
Very
Not
weak
a lot of
conviction.
follow through.
Were torches really necessary back then? I guess is the next question.
Yeah.
A poor town. We can only afford one rock.
That's all we had. Plenty of bullets, but no rocks.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
outhouse is a long run for those with dysentery.
I know, right?
No doubt.
A lot of help he is.
Yeah.
That's about right.
That's today's military. They probably all get to sleep on guard duty without getting shot. In my day, oh man, they used to walk around with a loaded rifle, just hoping to shoot somebody sleeping on guard duty.
Morgan petitioned for this. When he found out that Clint was working on it.
Oh yeah,
He went to Clint and said, "No, I want to be in this."
well cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They would have butchered the character nowadays.
Mm. There you go.
You can shoot him. Oh boy! Oh boy! The whole town can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. Shit, all he'd have to do is take out that bullwhip, and he'd have to whip me to shut me up.
Yeah, I know. He's like, and you said your kids did what?
Exactly. And when I was 6, all right, that's enough.
Just shut up now.
Where's Indiana Jones when you need him?
I know, right?
Strawberry Alice and Silky. Was that their real name?
I know. Sound like a drink special.
Well, in that case,
What did I tell you their names were before?
All right. The first bad guy is Sally Two Trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's where she lives.
No, it's Wallet Two Trees, right?
Yeah.
According to Matt out of Pennsylvania, it's Wallet Two Trees.
Thirsty
Matt
was on the train, by the way, with English Bob. He's back again.
Yeah.
Matt lost his movie review privileges with that.
Mm-hmm. He can never upload again.
God, you're telling me if I had to like go in the middle of the night, I have to like go outside like 50
Mhm.
yards to like do my
Or use a
business.
bedpan, right? One or the other.
Oh
With
God.
snakes and who knows, God knows what in
Snakes and
between.
such.
Yeah. Oh, man, they were living high.
It's
They
a
had a
two-seater.
two
Yeah.
star, man. Well, assassins.
Take that window. Oh.
All in the chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a guard. It's like, all right,
Mhm.
they've cleared. Now I'm going to
Yeah.
check
The coast is clear. I'm gonna go check this out now.
out.
Don't act up now, horse.
No
Mm-mm.
doubt.
Had him
Yeah.
tied up to the sagebrush.
Now, either they just don't know where they are.
Now they do.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
like the
but
jump
watch-
shots.
Well, one guy.
Or they're bad shots.
What is he shooting?
Mhm. Mhm. Come on, Thirsty. Get in there and start shooting. Oh, there he is. Behind that brush. Look at him. Old. He's an old gun. He knows what's up.
Hey, this ain't his first rodeo. It's like I want to be near the action, but not quite in the action.
Not quite in it. Best line in the movie's coming up.
Yeah. You don't say, kid.
Yeah, you do.
First one. Is that like a free one?
Yeah, exactly. I knew it weren't true.
Too. It never was because you weren't true.
Yeah, you're a real hero, kid.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of the assassin game.
It's starting to kill my appetite.
Out of all the girls, this would probably be the one.
Yeah, not to.
I know it's a little one-horse town, but
Yeah.
Should I put you down for a free one with her, Jack?
That Bill character.
I think Dee's onto something, Darren. That's a smart woman. Did you tell
Welcome
her
back.
that I'm a champion? Is there an exception for cover singers champions?
a third of
One-
a champion.
One and only time, multi-time champion right here.
Well, Darren, you know about bills. I mean, there's several of them in this movie, just like our friend there.
That's
Maybe
right.
Dingo ate his baby. Yep.
There's Little Bill. There's Bill Money.
Yeah.
It's a fistful of bills in this movie.
Exactly. She's like, he sure repeats those things. That's senility.
Yeah, one is blind, the other one can't hear.
That's
What
what
kind
it
of
said
assassins are these?
it said in the script. I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't fire me, Mr. Clint.
Was it an evil, wicked laugh, Darren?
I imagine it would be. Bill's a bad influence. My wife told me about him too. I think a lot of wives say that about him.
I don't mind you watching those YouTube videos, but not that Bill Miller son of a gun. He's bad news.
Grab the bottle from the kid.
Yep. Now his backsliding is complete.
But he's not like that anymore.
No,
Yeah.
he ain't.
He ain't like that no more.
All that stuff you heard before weren't true.
Damn it, Ned. You should tell me
Yeah,
That'd fail, no doubt. What are you doing, Dad?
Anything else you want to tell him about me now?
Exactly.
You told him more, but I couldn't remember it all.
Yeah. Ned's like, by the way, he was offered a free one, but he didn't take her up on it. You might want to drop that down too.
He's hurting the local economy.
So I'm taking your pistol, kid.
No doubt.
Gee, thanks, kid. My uncle didn't tell me
By that
about
I
all
mean
those other
old
things.
and deaf.
You should just finish the deconstruction and take a free one now too. What the heck?
Yeah, he tells him about the money to go buy spectacles and all that stuff. I don't remember any dialogue where he mentions that's what he was going to do with the money, or I didn't. It
Oh,
must have
yeah,
been a scene that was cut
glasses,
out.
maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, he's telling him, "No, you can go buy the spectacles." I don't.
Yeah.
That never came up before.
No, in fact, he never talked about
Maybe
his
it
vision.
did, and they cut it out. But
Yeah,
they
I'm
left
saying
this
right.
part
They,
in.
they didn't realize that they cut out a piece we needed later.
Yeah, it was that they cut out the scene where they're all in the whorehouse talking after coitus. Yeah, about the spectacles and the fancy clothes.
Come closer. I can't quite make you out, honey.
They get the rain machine working on overtime here.
No,
Yep.
doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, they said where they were facing a drought. All of this is all.
It was snowing, and now it's like pouring rain.
Morgan's like, yeah, I'll make sure that fire stays far enough away from the
No
casket
doubt.
right now.
Yeah, away from the Franks and the beans. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed they spelled assassins right.
Remember, I'm
hey,
in this
Gray
thing,
Man,
right?
Gray Man's in the house.
Graham, what's going on?
Ixnay on the British.
On the English Bob stuff. Gray Man, good to see you, sir.
English knocketh A. Yeah.
It just came in out the rain, you know. Hot and dry.
I hear you got pig's feet here. It is certainly on there, Matt.
Well, Champ perked up. He says, "Oh, my new gravy train."
Mm-hmm. You need a Ghost Rider, sir. Take care, Graham. Glad you swing by.
All right.
Move to a normal time zone, would you?
See you, Gray Man. Get plenty of sleep. I'm not ordering you to get sleep just because I'm the Cover Slingers champion.
But his powers are manifest now. So.
Shit, I mean, that's my cue.
Yep.
Hey, boys, we're not paying our tabs tonight.
Yep. Exactly. Hey, Jay gave me this a voucher for a free one. You can have it, sir. Darren, quit being a tattletale.
Mm-hmm. You're like Ned Logan. Naming names.
Yeah.
No credit, huh? His gun is empty. He needs to reload that thing.
Blam. Now you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're screwing with the audience here a little bit. He should have armed himself.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm
That was a
unarmed.
great line, though, right?
Mhm.
Should arm himself. He's going to decorate his saloon with my friend.
You-
Now he's got like this wet sexual gleam in his eye because he's like
Yeah,
feeding
yeah.
on this stuff.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Rubinek, the Remora.
sick man.
Letters and such.
I'll say that. I love it.
Yeah, but I shot Skinny first.
Yeah, that's true.
Point taken.
Hmm.
I got enough of my book. See ya.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find English Bob.
that's all I need. I was looking in the order. The end. All right. Here's a bestseller coming at you. I'm gonna go clean out my drawers. I don't think he paid for that whiskey either.
I think you're right. Not only a murderer, he's a larcenist.
Yeah, that's true. And he taught people how to get out of bar tabs. It's a golden age 5. That's saying D maybe by silver 98. I'm going for the elusive 99 for my wife. So we call it the Ron Jeremy number. So did you notice the line there too? I'll see you in hell and Hank Braggiosio. He doesn't like require say anything witty, just replies like, yeah, he knows.
Yep.
I'm damned too, and I'll see you there. You're just gonna get a little ahead of me.
Clean up on all 5. Clean up on all 5.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
The poor one
See,
armed guy.
yeah.
Deserves got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Like if you were shot dying, would you be like squirming, just going ah like that?
I would be playing possum.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
Maybe not now.
Yeah, well, the
I'll
house
come
really
back
matter at
later
that
when
point.
it's not raining.
When there's this waiting.
Yeah, maybe you should start it with the house first, and then it's like I'm going to kill you and everyone you know, and have a little more meaning.
Yeah, because before that, they're like, nah, I'm going to call this bluff. Wait a minute, my house. All right. All right. You got me.
Poor Ned.
You know how long it took me to build that thing?
No
Yeah,
doubt.
hopefully, especially Little Bill's house.
Yeah.
Almost like Jaws music here.
Mm-hmm.
I sure did not kill the deputy.
And he rode off on his horse.
On his white horse.
Yeah.
The angel of death.
Yeah.
He was a pale rider, he was.
Right.
In the 50 states of the U.S.
Mhm. Actually, it's little known fact that the hunt for Will Money actually united all of the states.
They put all their political disagreements aside.
It did. It did cause a division
Track down
of
this
Virginia
dastardly
and West
man.
Virginia. Yep. He
What
was
a
that
man.
hated, even if he did prosper in dry goods.
What a man.
Yeah, they're liking him.
All and all.
He could have been mine. If only you'd taken the free one. Yeah.
He gave it to that damn Jay.
That didn't get him nowhere.
Couldn't I shoot him now?
Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
that's a long barrel shotgun right there too.
Oh, yeah.
Is he hunting skeet with that thing?
But at least the kid came through. He brought the money to
Yeah.
the Sally, and she
Yeah.
he could have taken that 1,000 and gone.
What if there's any symbolism with the clothes on the line there? Oh, I'm sorry. Voiceover. Some years later, Miss Ansonia Feathers made the arduous journey to Hodgman County to visit the last resting place of her only daughter. William Money had long since disappeared with the children. Some said to San Francisco, where it was rumored he prospered in dry goods. And there was nothing on the marker to explain to Miss Feathers why her only daughter had married a known thief and murderer, a man of notoriously vicious and intemperate disposition. Love that temperate word. Never
I didn't
heard
know
before.
you could read letters and such.
Thanks to Mr. Beauchamp, I can do all kinds of reading and ciphering now. And there it is.
Yes.
Unforgiven. Perhaps the last of the great Westerns out there. And I know it's a script that Clint sat on for 2 decades or whatever, because he wanted to be older if he was going to play it. And I think because they bought this either in the late 70s or early 80s was when he bought the script of this and kind of sat on it.
He sat on
early
it.
80s, and he wanted, he
Said, I want to direct this.
was it Peebles is the writer? His
Yeah.
wife approached him at a dinner party in early 90 and says, when are you, kind of got in his face, when are you going to do this? He says, well, actually, I was about to announce that I am starting work on it next year.
By the way, can I get a free one? No, I'm married. I'm in that business, sir. Trying to get in character. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just getting in character for the role.
Yeah.
Can I call you
Peebles,
Suki? Yeah.
Peebles wrote this in the 70s, mid 70s, but his first actual film that he got made was, of all things, Blade Runner.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
You can see so much similarities between the two, right?
That was a good movie.
You got Rain
Yeah, maybe the
And,
rain motif, yeah.
and free ones. I'm sure there's free ones in Blade Runner, as I recall. The Synthoids or whatever those things
what
were
was her
called.
name? Yeah, what was her name?
I think Sting was the sheriff in this movie, right? So, yeah, a lot of tie-ins between the two. Yeah, they were both kind of bleak films and a lot more gray area than there was in most typical movies of their fare.
Yeah.
But I'll say Matt says this is the first time he's seen this movie in 20 years, and this movie's held up so well. Yeah, it has. It's one of those ageless movies. It still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And
And
nothing it talks about is it's not out of style like the old cheesy westerns were. you know?
No. And I will say the cinematography is a lot better from Pale Rider, even though it's still that same look. I don't know. It's cleaned up, I think, in Unforgiven as Pale Rider. I know you like it.
I didn't get to finish Pale Rider, unfortunately.
But that's right.
How did you reassess it, Dave?
Pale Rider?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He gave it the John Buscema treatment.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little better than the first time. There was some bad casting in there, and I don't know, some of the edits in that movie just didn't do it for me. But I don't know, Mike Moriarty once again, get him out of there. And it was just so weird that if they're gonna make it a supernatural movie, they should have made it a little more clear there was a supernatural movie, other than the one scene with the bullet holes in his back, which could be misinterpreted as maybe he survived it, but
right.
So I don't know, but yeah. But anyway, that's it. Unforgiven, perfectly cast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a wonderful
Great
job.
story. Yeah, great story. Everything was great about it. Yeah.
And it did well when Westerns no longer did well.
This is true.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't like a Young Guns or kind of bombastic Western either, very few bodies in this, and there was actual meaning behind every kill in this, or at least gravity behind them.
Right.
Not a lot of modern slang or anything like that. The only thing was when the kid first approaches him and he's in the pig slop. Say what? Is this going to be like that? And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Listening to the Cocktail Twins for D gets home. Why don't you put on London After Midnight if you can listen to them?
Right.
Yeah, he said, "Say what?" And I think later on,
say what?
The kid looked at Will and said, "What you talking about, Will?" But other than those two times, you were lost in the story and the setting. So
that's when his cousin Willis looked over to even wonder what was going on.
Yeah.
Very, very, very tempting. But yeah, perfectly cast movie, and they gave all the scenes time to kind of percolate on their own. There's lots of pauses and silences in between the dialogue, which is nice.
Yeah.
And they weren't just talking to fill in runtime.
Yeah. No, you forget that it's a long time in between like action scenes, but like but you don't feel like you're missing out on action.
Right. So. You don't feel like it drags on or anything.
Yeah. No, you're in. Now I was reading in the trades that they want to remake this, and they want to get Billy Mummy to play the Clint's part.
Who's Billy Mummy?
Well, Will Mummy, they could call him. Very close to the name of the movie.
Sorry.
Why remake it? Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just ignorant sometimes. Come up with your own ideas. Make another good Western. You don't need as big a budget for Westerns as you do for other genres.
Yeah, seriously. And the stories can be so simple on a Western. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you. That's like my whole motivation.
I know.
It's like
Open Range was a pretty good one. I think you said you hadn't seen that, right, Dave?
No, I have not.
Dave, I don't think you've seen that either.
No,
yeah, Open Range was good.
Is that the one where the deer and the antelope play? Man, we're too good at this stuff, aren't we?
Yeah. 310 to Yuma, the remake. I enjoyed that.
We were talking about that one last night a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I heard because that was shot in Australia, right? Or set in Australia, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But
it wasn't set in Australia, right? Yuma's in Arizona, so.
But it was shot in.
It may have been shot there, but it was set in Arizona.
I remember there was something Australian about that movie, but
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
maybe Darren had watched it.
Who was it Russell Crowe, the lead actor in that movie?
Yep.
Maybe that's the Australian tie-in there.
Be, okay.
I remember there was something associated with the movie with Australia, but I guess him.
True Grit. I liked the remake of that. I don't like John Wayne movies, so but the remake was pretty good. So they've had some good Westerns lately.
This man just disparaged the nuke on my channel.
Past 10 or 15 years, but they just generally don't do well, I think, right?
No.
Not
at the current time, yeah.
Now, if they were doing like Tokyo Drift in the middle of these things or something, I'm sure it'd be real popular. But...
well, if they could get those drift horses.
Right. Get a wax the planes a little bit.
Well, superhero movies went out of style after a while, and now they came back. So, hopefully Westerns will make a resurgence. I think it's a combination of getting the right actor, the right, it's hard to replace Clint, but you have to do that, and then have to get some good writers. That's it. Writers and directors. So
I don't know. We're moving away from that time period.
Yeah, we are.
So I think it's harder for younger audiences to get into that. So I'm worried about that we may, we won't see like gangster movies from the 40s era,
Well, Tarantino needs to make a Western or something that it's going to bring it back or something. That's really what it is.
He can make Young Guns 3.
I've never seen any John Wayne movie all the way through. Don't like him. Don't like his acting. Just not my.
Yeah, gig. Not your cup of tea. Huh?
No, Okay. I get that a lot of people like him. I'm not I don't disrespect him, but it's not for me.
It's really the older crowd that likes John Wayne. I think younger crowds gravitate more to Clint. But You know,
Oh, was his nickname the Duck as well?
Yeah, he
The
was
duck.
the duck.
the duck.
Marilyn Morrison out of Iowa. My dad always liked to talk about that. That was his name.
Nobody said that to his face anyway.
No,
No.
he'd give you the John Wayne bitch slap, man. He'd knock you the next week.
Yeah.
That's what they used to tell us in the Army. If you didn't put your strap on your ACH or whatever, if you walk around with that unclipped, who do you think you are, John Wayne?
Yeah,
Clip that
yeah.
thing up. So we'd always hear about John, if for no other reason for your safety gear, right? But
Yeah. All right.
trashing. But yeah, so wonderfully cast, minimal kind of score. I mean, it really was not an intrusive score, which is a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It started picking up more at the end when stakes got higher. But
And was that his first Oscar? Was that Clint's first? He won an Oscar for directing.
yeah, he always said he'd
He
never
got
win
two.
one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he got several for Painted Wagons, I'm sure. But
Okay.
No, this is his
he-
first two. What did he say? That he would never get one because he was Jewish?
Yes,
And there
A,
was
I'm
another
not
one.
Jewish, and B, I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
Right,
right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right.
Before he won one.
Right. Right.
and Eli Wallach's like, what?
Yes.
You know I carried you.
I shared a bed with you for no reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
Alright.
It was interesting that this movie did as well as it did, and it came out at kind of a weird time. Like I said, the Western was fading quickly, and audiences were wanting Pulp Fiction-y type things at this point, and more grit, and then they did more big speeches, and this movie really wasn't it. It was a lot more grounded in realism, somewhat. But and I did not bash Buscema, by the way. I just bashed that article or that comic book. Archie meets the Punisher. Ugh, angry at my blood, like drinking sarsaparilla, warm sarsaparilla. Discovered watching Bill with the sound turned down is much more agreeable. Man, you're catching heck on this one.
I tell you, Darren's a rascal.
He is.
He's trying to claim that throne, that crown from me, So I think he has surpassed it. He's your new nemesis.
There's only one crown right now,
Oh.
Jackson. That's being worn by the Cover Slingers champions.
Oh,
one third of a crown.
my goodness. Well, we can't picture Mr. Ed saying anything disparaging about anybody, so it definitely toned down your rhetoric tonight. So we give that man a sugar cube, huh?
I'm still worried about this pasture I'm being put out to.
And do I smell Elmer's? I don't know, but Jay said, "To heck with this, I'm out."
Yeah,
he said, "You guys are rambling too much," but
he's tired of it.
Classic movie, and kind of we're at the end of a long journey, mates. I mean, that was a lot of westerns we watched and a lot of Clint Eastwood.
It was.
I actually went back to the doctor, and my semen count has actually jumped up about 50% since I started watching these.
Just watching Clint.
I'm fertile as Iowa soil now, so watch out, ladies. That's all I can say. But
plenty of free ones.
I need some of them free ones now. Plenty of lead in the pencil. I need someone to write to at this point. But yeah, Jay went to see the fireworks out the door. Probably like 10 bodies laid out in the alley back there.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure it was just fireworks.
It wasn't Clint sneaking up on him.
Oh man, or Suki. But the culmination of a journey through a slice of Americana. Man, it's amazing how long Westerns actually defined pop culture in America. For like basically almost 30 years. All the big TV shows are Westerns, and a lot of the big selling albums are Western themes. And then we got up it for a long time, and this little anomaly comes by. It's a really good movie, an amazing movie. And then,
I think Jay just tried to cash in a free one. And now he's back,
And then-
he's back on the panel.
It's all done.
They said, no more free ones after.
All right, no problem. Just checking.
Not until you kill that man. I was joking. Bill's better with the sound off and the video turned off too. It's a rough trend. Did you beat him in cover slingers or something today? Is that what it was?
Is this how we treat our champions now? Oh my gosh. Shameful.
This is not the man who helped me out with Secret Wars #8. This is different now. What happened to this man?
Speaking of the start of everything, I forgot one of the things that supposedly is true is that Clint's boots, the ones he's wearing in this movie, were the same ones he wore in Rawhide.
Oh,
So
okay.
he started and ended his Western career
With the
with that
same
pair of
boots.
boots. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, awesome.
I wonder if he like still has him in his living room, like Trigger when he got stuck in the guy Roy Rogers' living room, right?
They are in some museum of his or some, some
gotta be,
collection
right?
of his items. Yeah.
That's cool.
Matt is a savage, especially when he goes to Ollie's, man. He got little kids or something in the comic book rack. He's like, get out of the way, kid. This is for professionals. Oh, old ladies, have you seen my car keys? Get out of my way, Grandma.
Yeah, Matt's the type that old ladies at an ATM and asks if he'll help her check her balance, and he pushes her over. Right, that's the kind of savage that Matt is.
Exactly. You know, this is new comic book day, right?
George Costanza in that episode when the fire,
The
pushing everybody out of the way.
Pushing all the kids out of the way.
Get out of the way. Yep, that was great.
Oh, it's good times. But yes, the deconstruction of the Western was complete this movie. And I don't think we've seen one of its caliber even close to it since. But
No pun
there's been a
intended.
few. This caliber, that's right.
Yep.
And but yeah, so thoughts on the movie, guys, before we close up.
No, I love it. It was the first time I'd seen it.
Oh, okay.
Watched it a few days back, and I was impressed. The first time I'm watching, I'm like, man, this is so serious and so quiet. We can't make fun of this. There's nothing we can do, nothing we can add to this,
Mhm.
Then I'm like, no, wait, there's this one scene. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, the first time I've ever seen it, I heard about it, heard it was the best, and this great thing, and I was very impressed. I mean, a little sad at the end, it's like, yeah, he's moving on, and
Yeah.
I'm glad for him that he got to go to San Francisco and make something for his kids. So, yeah, it was a beautiful picture.
Yeah, in order for his life to work out, he had to kill a bunch of folks, and that's something, right?
Yeah.
That's the advice I usually give to people that are down on their luck. Have you
Don't
tried
kill him.
killing a couple of people?
Yeah, it really helped me.
Just make sure there's a reward for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Reward indeed, $1,000 and lots of free ones. So, Mr. Bill, what was your thoughts?
I liked it. I mean, I liked it the first time I saw it, moons ago. And like Matt said, it holds up. It's a good classic. It's a good story that happens to be set in a Western.
Yeah.
And I think generally those movies do best when it's timeless. The message is timeless. The things that they're talking about are timeless. These could have been people. These could have been assassins in ancient Japan.
Shoguns,
Yeah, it could have been anything, right? Because the story, the character development, that was all good, and it was agnostic. It wasn't particularly tied to the setting that they were in, but I do like Westerns, and so it was great. Clint did a good job. No complaints. Morgan Freeman, like I said, just strong acting performance after acting performance in this.
Jay, thoughts?
Oh no, yeah, same here. It's a great movie. I loved it since the first time I seen it. Like, thought it was like when I first saw it, I thought it was slow, just like Jackson was saying also. But then it builds up because it's really just not about action. It's really about the setup. Like you have to understand, like, where Clint's coming from. He was like a superhero like in his day, and now he's like lost all his talent.
His mojo's gone.
Yeah, and he has to deal with that, and you just see him, but he's still like the baddest MFer like out there, like because everyone else is not a killer like he is, and I just love the movie, like pointing that fact out. So yeah, great. Yeah.
All right, so some very lucid opinions here of the movie, and it's definitely a thinking man's Western. Like I said, every kill has gravity to it. There's repercussions in this, and it's also the man's damned. His damnation is secured now. Maybe he was saved before, but he went right back down when things got tough, and turned into the guy he really was by nature. So maybe he prospered in dry goods in San Francisco because he killed the previous shop owner. Who knows? But I mean, might makes right. My next joke. Next bill joke will cost you $30. Oops, sorry.
Wait a minute, you're losing money though, Darren. You got to charge $50, right?
$10 more, you can buy a pack of cigarettes. My goodness.
But you notice how the whiskey. I mean, he really snapped back into the role once he started having the whiskey, and I mean, he was a better shot. He was, you know, much more. I mean, he was older, you know. I mean, younger Clint at that point once he started taking the whiskey. So, whatever.
The whiskey is definitely like a regression towards his younger.
So you're
days.
saying the whiskey is like a fountain of youth?
No.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll never grow old. Well, I will now, but other people probably won't.
But I mean, it steadied his hand. You know, it's
true.
And the town is even called Big Whiskey, so you know there's like a linkage like right there to the name.
Yeah, not so much emphasis on the big, small town.
That's true. One day, Big Whiskey. Well, Clint was a perfect person to play this role. It was like it was written for him and mine at that exact age when he was when Eastwood finally filmed this. Yeah, the old broken down gunfighter, you know, and killer.
Yeah.
Just not making it any other way. Can a man really beat his nature, you know?
Yeah.
Apparently he can't in his case. And he got a bunch of people killed because of it, you know?
Yeah. And he's trying to redeem himself, but the world just like doesn't let him. That's the whole thing. So
well, I mean, yeah, you could break it off on so many levels, right? Metaphysical, philosophical. Is it nature versus nurture? You know, how much of your character is actually taught and learned, and how much of it is ingrained is within you. Those debates have gone on for millennia.
Yeah, ever since Aristotle asked, you know, is it nature truly or is it nurture? I don't know. Bring me a young goat until I figure it out. But
okay, now my brain's hurting.
Mr. Jackson, you just lay your head in that straw and don't you worry about that nice man's come by to measure your legs. So,
Aristotle, you're not supposed to get any more free ones.
Yeah, to the baths with you. All right. So, whiskey showed during the turning of Clint. Sorry, I'm waiting. The chat's coming in faster. There it goes. Whiskey showed the turning of Clint. He was conflicted with his morals at the first half of the movie. When he took his first drink, he knew he wasn't conflicted. Yeah, it was just game on at that point. He started swearing more. He was looking directly at the people, and he started to formulate a plan. He knew right what he was going to do at that point.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal. He took that whiskey. Didn't he take the whiskey when he was sick? You know, they've been trying to foist whiskey on him half the movie, but he wasn't drinking it. So it was actually a big deal, even when he took the first drink, you know.
Yeah.
It was like his epiphany, you know, and but it was done for, I don't know, some loyalty, right, to his friends. So it wasn't a turn for greed's sake, really, because he's like, here, take the money and bring it to my kids. It's like, I'll check on you later. But
so it's like, I think the whiskey was a means to an end. I think that he knew after what happened to Ned, he knew what he had to do, and I think he knew he needed that trigger to be able to do it, and the whiskey was the trigger.
Yeah, because he said he'd get drunk and mean when he was, you know, younger, doing all those foolish things.
Yeah. And I don't know what the significance. I don't know what the significance is, but he ended up with both Ned and Schofield's guns. So like he out of all three of them, he lost his gun, but he ends up like getting their guns. So
well, I think one of the tricks to being a successful gunfighter is make sure everyone else doesn't have guns.
They're divested of their firearms, and you'll do pretty well. Just like what happened with English Bob and two guns, right?
Yep, that's right.
He was divested of a weapon, and he made easy prey. So that's true. Yeah, he wound up. It's like he takes everything from people, even if he doesn't want to, right? So he took their weapon from them, and I don't know. You know, it was like technically given to him by the scope, but whatever the case may be. Maybe we're reading into it too much, but it's hard to tell with these Hollywood people. They're always wanting to put kind of weird like ideas into people's heads, or theory crafting was a thing. So.
Long as the gun comes with some bullets.
Not that Clint needed them in the first couple of movies, but the force of his will alone could kill a man at 10 yards. So. But all right, so I don't know when we're going to get together again to watch another movie. We have to figure it out. I know there was some banter of what movie you were talking about there, Bill? Wanting to watch?
Star Trek series.
My Darling Clementine.
I mean, we could do any.
Sands of Iwo Jima.
I think I mentioned Arlington Road, but
Arlington Road. Yes.
We were talking about Tim Robbins during Friday Night Chat, I think it was.
Let's see. Cody, welcome to the stream, by the way.
Hey, what's up,
Character of Morgan Freeman was more at peace with his nature and knew it wasn't possible for him or William to change. Yeah, well, see, he never went over either. Like, he stayed true to himself, right? He's not killing no more. But
Yeah,
So he did.
I think that Morgan Freeman was more at peace with his nature, but I think that he did change. Right? He couldn't do it.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
yeah, he had that apocryphal moment where he couldn't pull the trigger, and
Yeah, he's not that killer anymore.
Yeah,
He's not the killer anymore. He used to be.
And so they made Willie Mundy like the hypocrite, right? Almost in a way, because that's when he just took over. Like, I'll shoot him then, I guess, if you can't do it. But yeah, he knew what they were, and he probably knew that he still might have been damned for what he did when he was younger. But he at least tried to change, and he tried not to kill the guy, right? But,
as we can see in the film, Sally preached to him, endlessly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He just drove it home. So.
With that much talking, I would have killed somebody too.
Had to ride off just to get away from the chatter.
Yeah.
And I got to remember, she is Injun, and they ain't too friendly, as he says. So
Exactly, that's what he told him.
Dirty Harry series. Oh my gosh, we can't watch the Dirty Harry series. I was never a big fan of those, but
I wasn't a huge
first
fan
one,
of those either.
but that's about it.
it got old, kind of like Death Wish. It kind of got old after Death Wish 6.
Yeah, same with that. First one was fantastic. Beyond that, it's too formulaic.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Bronson. Got typecast so bad.
I know.
Start milking a dead horse there. Oh, wait a minute now.
Someone said, milk me? Oh, yes. Here we go. Free ones, anyone?
Free one.
Oh, goodness gracious. This went downhill in a hurry. But yeah, so, all right. I really thoroughly enjoyed both the movie and doing the series. It's been a great time. Thank everybody who is stuck with us in the chat. And actually, these get some watches on replays. I've noticed that. I think some people do. They probably watch it with our commentary on. So kudos to them, those troopers.
Awesome.
But if there's going to be another series or movie in the future, I'd love to have you guys back, of course. And so put your comments down below if you want us to watch anything and do commentary. But in the meantime, I think we'll get out of here. Do you guys have anything you want to share with everybody before we get out?
No, I'll just publicly say, while we're still alive, is that I thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for inviting me along, and it's been a blast. I tell you, I've looked forward to all of these.
Wow,
and,
no, it's great having you on here. Yeah,
yep, a lot of fun.
I echo that sentiment. Yeah, it's been lots of fun with all three of you rascals and everyone in the chat. We have our same little crew who watches these movies with us. It's been a joy.
Jay, you gonna make a video anytime soon?
Yeah.
We're gonna end how we started.
We gotta
I need some whiskey.
It's not complete until we mention that. So.
If he wasn't trying so hard to catch in those free ones, he'd have more time to work on that video.
Need some whiskey and a free one. He's gonna start churning out the videos. I'm gonna tell you.
Those fireworks out there get him a little, shocked. So it's hard to concentrate.
I'll get Strawberry Alice on the phone, so we'll get things squared away. But I once again want to say thank you to everybody out there in chat land who has joined us, and much appreciation to the best panel in the business. Too bad Alex couldn't make it this week, but hey, maybe next series. So anyway, everyone take care. Make sure to watch Unforgiven if you haven't seen it, and let us know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, this is Gino and Gang signing out.